are so many face serums out there. So how do you pick the one that's right for you? I'm gonna tell you, keep watching. So a serum in skincare is a collective term. It typically refers to a product that is usually thinner and runnier in texture that's usually used to prevent or treat a skin issue. They are also said to have smaller molecules and absorb into the skin faster than, say, like your moisturizer would. There are serums out there for just about anything you can think of. There are hydrating serums, serums that fight acne, serums that help with fine lines and wrinkles, serums that help with dark spots, and many, many more. People love serums. They're lightweight, they're easier to layer. However, that ease of layering can make them a little troublesome, but we'll get into that later in this video. Do you need a serum? Now, while many treatment products do come in a serum form, you don't have to have one in your routine. Some people get their treatment in other areas of their skincare routine. Maybe it's your cleanser, maybe it's your moisturizer, or maybe using a prescription topical treatment that may come in a cream or a balm form that your dermatologist prescribed to you, or your dermatologist may prescribe something to you for your skin that you take orally. How do you figure out which serum to get? Okay, so first you need to take an assessment of your skin. Side note, I definitely recommend taking pictures and videos of your skin every week so you can kind of document your process, because sometimes monitoring your skin can be like, you know, watching water boil, like, you know. So you're gonna do that assessment of your skin. You're gonna look to see what are your current skincare needs and what are your current skincare goals. Now, I stress current because there can be other factors that are impacting your skin and what you're gonna use in your routine. For instance, the climate where you live. If there are different seasons, in the cold season or the dry season, your skin's gonna act one way versus the way your skin is gonna react when it's hot and humid. Now, I had just alluded to your skincare goals, but what are they? Are you looking to clear some acne? Are you looking to fade some hyperpigmentation? Are you looking to reduce the look of your fine lines and wrinkles? Whatever your skincare goals are, that's also going to affect the serum that you choose. Now, of course, your current skincare goals can change. I had an issue a couple years ago where I had reoccurring acne, which resulted in reoccurring dark spots, and it took me 9 months to get ahead of it. If you want to hear about that, there's a blog post that I wrote on it, which will be linked in the description box, and there's a video as well too, so also check out the video. But during that 9 months of time, I was using products that were helping to fight the acne. I no longer have acne aside from, you know, the occasional period breakout. I wouldn't still be using those acne products in my routine because I don't currently need them. Now, once you have your current skincare needs and your goals in mind, you would then go and seek out a serum that is within your budget that speaks to those needs. Now, you can handle this in a number of ways. One, you can layer serums to address a single or multiple need, or you can get a multitasking serum that can address a couple of things all in one bottle. Me, myself, personally, I'm not trying to juggle a bunch of skincare products in my routine, so the most amount of serums that I can probably handle in my routine is 2, 1 in the morning, vitamin C, 1 at night, retinol. Now, every now and again, I may add something hydrating into my routine, you know, in a cold, dry, dirty, stinking winter. So I may want something that can address that. But for the most part, I am a give me a multitasking serum and let me move on with my life type of girl. Now, some examples of multitasking serums include the Hyperskin Vitamin C Serum. This is from a Black-owned brand. It uses 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a derivative of vitamin C that gets good marks for being gentler on the skin. It helps to brighten. There's also kojic acid in this serum, which helps to fade discoloration and dark spots. And it also contains hyaluronic acid, which helps to hydrate the skin. So with this serum, there's no need to have a vitamin C, a separate kojic acid, and a separate hyaluronic acid, because it's all in there. I mean, unless you want to do all those extra steps and you can keep up with it and it doesn't irritate your skin, that's fine. Now, another example of a multitasking serum is the Olay Vitamin C plus Peptide 24 Serum. This also uses 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which I just mentioned is a derivative of vitamin C that's known to be gentler on the skin, because, you know, not everybody can go in all guns a-blazing with L-ascorbic acid, and there's videos on that if you want to check it out. This also includes aminopeptide, which helps to boost collagen, aka the protein in the skin that helps keep it looking snatched. There's also vitamin B3, aka our good pal niacinamide. Well, maybe not your good pal if you're, sensitive to niacinamide. However, niacinamide does a lot of things for many people, including it helps with cell turnover and cell regeneration. It also helps to repair the barrier so that the barrier is able to better retain moisture. And it also helps with oily skin. The serum also contains lactic acid, which gently exfoliates the skin and can help with discoloration. But there may be times when you need more than one serum, or maybe you're just someone who likes to layer. Ain't no fault in that as long as it doesn't irritate your skin and you can keep up with it. Right now, as part of my basic anti-aging skincare routine, I use a vitamin C in the morning and retinol at night. Now, technically, I still only have one serum in my routine, which is the vitamin C, because my retinoid at night is prescription tretinoin, which is a cream, not a serum. But before that, I was using the Olay Retinol 24 and then the Olay Retinol 24 Max, which was a serum. Now, if you want to use more than one serum, you can do something similar. You can use one during the day and one at night. Or you can layer them within the same session. Now, this is the part that can get a little troublesome for some people, like I mentioned before. You have to tread lightly, boo-boo, because certain ingredients, when layered back to back in the same session, can lead to irritation, that can lead to inflammation, that can lead to hyperpigmentation, and you don't want that. Or sometimes you can use ingredients back to back and they cancel each other out, and you also do not want that. Here is a quick cheat sheet. So retinol can be mixed with almost any other moisturizing ingredient. As a matter of fact, you may find that mixing your retinol with your moisturizer can be beneficial in your routine, especially because of the irritation that some people experience when they first start a retinoid. Now, you can either put your moisturizer on first, then put your retinol, and some people may put another layer of moisturizer on top of that, or you can mix in your moisturizer with a little bit of your retinoid. Side note, I'm using retinol and retinoid interchangeably here because I figure most people probably use a retinol, but also trying to add in the people like me who use a prescription retinoid. Actually, most moisturizing ingredients can work well with other ingredients. One issue, though, that you may come across is pilling. That's when you're putting a product on and it's balling up on your skin and looking all crusty and like, ugh. When that happens, you probably won't need to wash your face and start all over again. That's really annoying. But one way to get around that is to wait for the first layer to fully dry down and then apply your second layer. You also may want to avoid using your AHAs, which are your alpha hydroxy acids, your glycolic, your mandelic, your lactic, etc., and your BHA, aka salicylic acid. You might want to avoid using those in the same session as your retinol. Now, some people may be able to handle that. Some people may need to space it out, use the AHA or the BHA and then wait some time and then use the retinol. And then there's just some people who can't do it at all because the irritation is so much. And if I have to keep reminding you that irritation can lead to inflammation, that can lead to hyperpigmentation. I always do that backwards in the way that it's gonna go on the screen, but you guys get my gist. Another thing, don't mix your retinol with benzoyl peroxide because they're just gonna cancel each other out. Now, on the brighter side, niacinamide is an ingredient that plays nicely with other ingredients. So you can use niacinamide with almost anything out there. Now, there is some warning out there about niacinamide and vitamin C. However, that is based on old science, and for more information on that, please check out the Lab Muffin Beauty Science channel. And of course, every daytime routine needs to have sunscreen as the last step. Otherwise, you're playing yourself. And there are way too many videos on sunscreen on this channel. Sunscreens for oily skin, sunscreens for dry skin, sunscreens in the wintertime, sunscreens in the summertime, mineral sunscreens, chemical sunscreens. It's pick your poison is probably on this channel, and there are 2 playlists, so make sure you check that out. Now, brands like The Ordinary and the Inkey list have popularized the affordable single ingredient serum, which is often meant to be layered with another one of their affordable single ingredient serums. Many people are fans of this and find it beneficial not only to their skin, but also their budget. However, if you are not someone who is willing to read and learn, which both brands provide extensive information on their respective websites on, if you ain't willing to do that, I would not suggest going that route at all. So now you know the tea and you're out shopping, what do? Look for the serums that speak to your current skincare needs and goals, but don't buy it just yet Before you click that buy button or whip out that credit card, you are going to Google reviews and see what people who have similar skin issues as you have to say about the product, and then you make a decision. Now, what about the other things like essence, toner, emulsions? What are those? What do they do? So a toner is a category in skincare that actually encompasses a lot of different types of products. You can have an exfoliating toner, you can have a hydrating toner, you can have an astringent toner. Essence is a step that's often found in Korean skincare. It's done after you use your toner, but before you do your serum. It's actually something that is said to boost the efficacy of your serum. Now, emulsions are often found in Korean and Japanese skincare. They are a milky, lightweight moisturizer with like a gel-like consistency. Now, the tricky part about essence, toner, emulsions, and serum is that, you know, sometimes, especially in the American skincare industry, sometimes brands will slap this name on stuff that's not actually that, but I don't know, sometimes people use that as marketing to, you know, put a fancy name on something to make you buy it. Now, do you need all of those things in your skincare routine? No, but if you want to have them in your routine and you can keep up with it and it doesn't irritate your skin, I see no objections. Quick but very important interjection here. So as I was going through the points that I mentioned in this video, you know, obviously mad days after I had, you know, already submitted the video to my editors to edit it, I had realized that an important thing that you need to know is that unfortunately, you are unable to tell how a product is going to perform on your skin simply by reading the ingredient list. The ingredient list is great because if you have certain allergies, you can easily go through the ingredient list and be able to see if a particular ingredient that your skin doesn't really agree with is in the product. It also is great because if you're looking for a specific type of ingredient, like, oh, you know, I definitely want vitamin C, oh, I definitely want hyaluronic acid, you know, so on and so forth. That's what an ingredient list is great for. But unfortunately, an ingredient list is not going to tell you how a product is going to perform. The only way to figure that out is to try the product. Now, I did a video on sensitive skin, you know, the fact that your skin might be sensitive and you don't even know. And I think that has a lot of really great points in how to slowly introduce something into your routine. So make sure you check that out as well. So, do you use a serum in your skincare routine? If so, which one do you use? Let me know all about it in the comments. Also, make sure you follow me on social. The links will be in the description box, along with links to, you know, stuff that I'm wearing in the video and whatnot. And I will see you fine folks in my next video. Bye, guys.